Hey y'all, my name is Lita and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this little cupcake. As you know, Disney's Planes, Fire and Rescue is a new movie, and I took my inspiration from that movie. And this is an easy little cupcake. It's fun. It's going to get your kids involved because I made it easy enough for them to be able to have an activity at their birthday party, swim party, or just for fun. And my grandkids love to help decorate cupcakes, so I know that your kids are going to love that. And so let's go ahead and get started, and I will show you how I made this cupcake. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you is, look, there's the cupcake. I'm going to show you up just a little bit closer. What this is right here is a Dusty. Now he's coming back from the original Planes movie. He's going to be starring in the new Planes too. But Dusty is coming out of the clouds. This little propeller is all that's showing in the tip of his nose. So this is a really cute, fun, easy cupcake. And let's go ahead and I'll show you how I did that. I just got some blue, real pretty blue cupcake liner. You can get these cupcake liners anywhere, craft stores, grocery stores. And what I did with my cake mix, now just for time's sake on this, I used a white boxed cake mix and I put blue dye in the mix, and then we've got this nice little blue cupcake. Looks like the sky. Okay, now what I did is I took some buttercream icing that I made. Now you can use icing that, you know, right out of the jar, out of the can at the store. That's okay. It really doesn't matter. Just whatever you prefer to do is what you want to do. Okay, now I just took a little bit of it and I just put it on top of the cupcake. And you don't need much, because what we're going to do is cover this in fondant. And you just need something for the fondant to stick to. So I just put a little bit up there. Now, if you do not want to, you know, mess with fondant, you know, you can just go ahead and completely icing your cake in this icing right here, and it's going to turn out just as good and just as beautiful. So it doesn't matter if that's what you prefer to do. You go right ahead. Now you don't want to put much of this buttercream icing on, because it will squeeze out the sides and kind of look messy. So you just want enough for your fondant to stick to. Okay, and that's about it right there. That's all you're going to need. Now I will show you how I rolled out my fondant for this particular cupcake. Now what you're going to do, you're just going to take a little bit of powdered sugar and you're going to sprinkle it onto your work surface here. Fondant will stick to the surface if you let it, okay? And I have a little roller here that is especially made for fondant. You can use any kind of roller, it doesn't matter, but I do have this one. And you're going to take your fondant that, my fondant is marshmallow fondant. It's really easy to make, really easy to work with. And I'm just going to lay it on the counter, and I'm just going to roll it until it is flat, about the size that I want it to be. Okay, and that's probably about the size I'm going to want it right there. Now, how I got my nice round shape like this here was I just took a biscuit cutter, regular old biscuit cutter, and I just cut out a little circle. Just like that. And there you have your little cover for your cupcake. It's that easy. So I'm just going to set that aside because we don't really need that. Okay. So you're just going to take your fondant that you cut out, and you're just going to lay it right onto your cupcake. Now you want to go ahead and just push the edges down to meet the top of your cupcake liner. Okay? You don't want it to hang over it, but you just want it to meet it. There we go. And that is that easy. And this marshmallow fondant is awesome stuff. I love it. It's easy to work with. It tastes pretty good. It tastes like really sweet marshmallows, but it's a good taste. All right, there we go. So that's your covering there for your little cupcake. And now we're going to start building our cloud, which is right here. Now what I used for my cloud, I used what my mother-in-law used to call white mountain icing. And it's just kind of a fluffy white icing that I thought would be fun to make the cloud. And you're just gonna dip some out. You don't have to, this is not precise in any way. And you're just gonna put it on your cupcake in any shape, form. You can cover your whole cupcake if you want, or you can just cover the corner of it like this. And you kind of just wanna work with it. You know, clouds are not any particular shape. There's all different kinds of shapes of clouds, so whatever you want to do, that's what's gonna work. Alrighty, now we've got our clouds, make some little peaks there. Here we go. And that's all there is to making your little clouds. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I made Dusty's little nose here and propellers coming out of the clouds. Alright, and this little orange part here, that's the nose of the plane. So it's just now breaking through the clouds is what's going on there. All right, now I just took a little mini size marshmallow and I'm going to cover that with a piece of orange fondant. Now you're going to do the orange fondant the same way that you did the blue, except when I cut out the orange, I just used one of my icing tips like this, and I just pressed it down into the fondant, and I got my little circle shape just like this. All right, now we're just going to stick that to the marshmallow. Now I'm just going to use just a little bit of water here. I'm just going to dab it on to my fondant, and I'm going to stick my marshmallow right on it, and I'm just going to work it down just a little bit, just so it gives it kind of a round shape. And this fondant is just so easy. It goes whatever shape you want. It smooths out really well. And when you get it a little wet, it's just awesome stuff. Love it, love it. All right, so there is Dusty's little nose. And that's what's going to be peeking out of our clouds. All right, and we're going to go ahead and just set him right in to the cloud. And you can put it anywhere that you like. I'm just going to stick him right there. Stick him right in that white mountain icing, and on this white mountain icing you can use any icing. You can use buttercream, you can use the canned icing, it doesn't matter. I just used the white mountain icing. All right, now I'm going to show you how that I made Dusty's little propellers. Actually made that out of melted chocolate. It's very easy to do, and I'm just going to show you how we do that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I made the little chocolate propeller. I just melted some chocolate, melting chocolate there. And what you're going to do is you're going to make just a little dot in the middle of your wax paper here. I just do this on wax paper because it comes off fairly easy. I'm going to make a little dot. Now we want the 3 little propellers. So I just take it and make my first little prop. Okay, and make the one going down. Okay, and we're going to make the 3rd little prop. Okay, now I kind of got him a little fatter there, so we're going to make it just a little bit fatter so that he looks the same. Okay, and you can make a couple of these because, you know, sometimes they're not going to look exactly like you want them to. So that way, if you make a few more than you actually need, you can pick from the best that you made. But this dries fairly quickly, and you can just pry it up right off of that wax paper. It doesn't stick or anything like that, so easy to get off. Now we've got one, of course, right over here that's already dry and ready to go. And so I'm going to take my little cupcake. Now I'm just going to just put a little bit of that chocolate on the back, just like that, and it's going to be kind of like our glue because you want everything on here to be edible. And you're just going to stick it right on Dusty's nose there and hold it for a second, and it's gonna stay for you really good. All right, now we're going to do this little red part right here. That's the little tool that, or the little bolt, or I'm not sure what that's called, but anyway, that's what's holding Dusty's propeller to the nose of his plane. And I just took a little bit of red fondant and I just worked it between my fingers like this, and it made this little bitty ball right there. Now fondant sticks really well, like I told you, when you use just a little bit of water. So I just dabbed a little bit on my finger, stick it right to that ball, and we're just going to take it and we're going to put it right on the front of his little propellers here. Hold it for just a second because it's going to stay pretty good too. Alright. Okay, and there we have Dusty's little nose there. Okay, so I think that your kids will just love to make this, and as you can see, it's fairly easy. So they're going to have a ton of fun making these little cupcakes. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed watching me make these, and I hope you'll try it yourself. It's a lot of fun. Okay, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy making these Dusty cupcakes, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.